record, I just got sponsored by Scotch Guard. Appreciate the, pardon me?
Which thrift store did you get that
You said Scotch Guard. I'm their official spokesman now. Looks like you could use a little.
Hey, no shit, bag.
I'm just saying, a couple stains.
Thought you channeled your inner wimp. You know, Wimp Sanderson.
I'm about as cheery as him, aren't I?
Not a lot to complain about a 48-point win.
No, I thought we had moments where we looked like a good basketball team. We still have too many breakdowns for my taste, but I was pleased. You know, these games scare you to death as a coach because you know where your kids' minds are. Like all of us, man, you get close to the holidays. Everybody needs a little bit of a break. But I thought we came out with great intensity. We got a lot of different guys' minutes, which I thought was important. Breein Tyree continues to get better and better. I thought Cullen maybe had his best floor game of the season, making plays in the open floor. Defensively, we're getting better and better. So I think we're improving. And, boy, it's time to improve because it's going to get real for us pretty quickly.
What do you attribute some of the defensive improvements to?
We've made some adjustments to some things, just based on rotations. I think we talked about it last time. I thought we were in unnecessary rotations just because we thought we were supposed to. So we've cleaned some of that up. We've cleaned up the way that we're in ball screens at times. We're trying to change our looks to keep people off balance. We're just trying to figure out, after now 12 games, we have a better feel for what this team's capable of doing defensively, and we're going to try to put them in a position to do that, and then they got to go make the plays like they did tonight.
What does Dante start in the last two games? You mentioned defensively, he kind of been a catalyst a little bit.
Yeah, I'm trying to give him a spark. You know, he's not playing with a lot of confidence right now, so we're trying to give him a spark. We're trying to change the look of some of our rotations, and you know, we'll continue to evaluate that moving forward.
Mixing and matching there at point guard, is that something that you found has worked? I mean, you've had three different guys.
Yeah, I think guys are, you know, you can't play tired. There's really only one guy that I think, you know, tonight we were fortunate that we didn't have to play anybody 30 minutes, but Cephas is really the only guy that can sustain it, and that's been proven by his production. The other guys take plays off, and we're not good enough to take plays off, so we're just trying to mix and match and see what we can get.
How'd you feel about the way Eustace played?
I thought his energy was outstanding. He got out in the open floor, made some plays. He's got a defensive rebound a little better for us because we're playing him at that 4 spot because that's where the minutes are. But I thought he did a great job of finishing in traffic tonight for the first time. As you said, when you have 23 assists off 29 made field goals, we didn't turn it over. We're plus 15 on the glass. You know, pretty solid all-around effort.
What was different for Dre tonight?
I thought he saw the ball go in. You know, early he's struggling, man. He's just searching. He always gets to the free throw line. He's averaging, I think, close to 7 free throw makes a game at 90-some-odd%. Tonight I thought we did a good job of moving the ball. We got him some stationary catch and shoot jumpers, and he knocked them down.
Is this kind of like the Eustace you expected to see? He's efficient.
Definitely, yeah, definitely, and that's something that we've got to get. I've challenged T and KG both. You know, we need more out of that 4 because people are not really honoring them. And they're using that extra defender to clog up the lane for Cephas. Cephas has had a monster year to this point, and that's going to continue to be the case until they can produce. Nights like tonight makes you second think that in scouting because Eustace had 13 and 21 minutes and made some plays for us.
And is there any difference in this year's Kentucky from what you've seen, or is it pretty much what Cal usually has?
Man, they're really good. They're really good. They've got they're incredibly athletic. Not a lot of weak spots in that roster. You know, they can score. I've obviously watched them as a fan. I watched them last night, as a matter of fact. But I'll really kind of delve into, you know, what is the best chance that we have? How do we need to play? And that's really where I'll spend my energy in the next 3 to 4 days.
Anything else?
Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas.